In the shadowy world of General Hospital, power, legacy, and deception once again take center stage as the Quartermaine mansion becomes both a battlefield and a confession booth. The story begins with Martin, played with chilling brilliance by Michael E. Knight, recently named GH's October Performer of the Month, stepping into a darker phase of his evolution. For years, Martin Gray has been the charming legal manipulator with a conscience buried somewhere beneath layers of cunning and regret. But this time, the mask has slipped completely. What began as a quiet resentment toward Tracy has grown into a full-fledged campaign of sabotage and revenge, one that threatens to unravel not just a will, but the moral core of an entire family. Using every ounce of his legal expertise and every connection he's ever forged, Martin has tampered with Monica's will, the sacred document that determines the true heir of the Quartermaine estate. It's not a simple case of greed. It's vengeance dressed as justice, a carefully orchestrated strike at Tracy, who has long stood as both matriarch and judge in the tangled affairs of the Quartermaines. Yet Martin, ever the strategist, knows he cannot do it alone. Enter Ronnie, portrayed by the legendary Erica Slezak, a woman whose life has already been consumed by guilt and divided loyalties. Under Martin's pressure, she becomes both accomplice and victim, forced to carry out his orders as the lines between right and wrong dissolve. The latest twist? Martin has coerced her into selling the iconic Quartermaine mansion to Drew Kane, a man whose smile hides a roiling sea of secrets and ambition, and whose trademark curly mustache has become a symbol of his overconfidence and arrogance. But this move, bold as it is, may not secure Martin's victory for long. Unknown to both him and Drew, a ticking time bomb lies waiting in the form of Monica's real will, a document long thought to be lost or destroyed. Rumor has it that it's tucked away among the countless boxes in Lulu's quiet, unassuming home, hidden between relics of family memories and forgotten heirlooms. Should Tracy or anyone else uncover it, the entire landscape of Port Charles could shift in an instant. The true heir would be revealed, Martin's deception exposed, and Tracy's long fight for justice would finally find vindication. It's not just a matter of property or power anymore, it's about truth clawing its way out of the dirt, demanding to be seen. And if that truth surfaces, Drew's uneasy composure may crack. There's a nervous energy around him now, a flicker of panic barely contained beneath his polished exterior. He may have the deed in his hand, but it's built on a foundation of lies and forged signatures. One revelation, one box found in Lulu's house, could destroy everything. The Quartermaine estate itself has become a metaphor for the family's fractured morality, a grand, historic structure weighed down by corruption, greed, and unspoken sins. The chandeliers still gleam, but the air is thick with suspicion. Tracy, ever the warrior matriarch, senses that something isn't right. Her instincts tell her that the ink on those papers isn't Monica's, that the signature, the phrasing, even the clauses reek of manipulation. And she's right. Every letter of that forged document carries Martin's fingerprints, the same man who once claimed loyalty to the family he's now tearing apart. If Tracy finds that will, and she always does find what she's looking for, the game changes overnight. Yet while the Quatermains grapple with deceit and inheritance, the corridors of General Hospital itself hum with another kind of darkness. In a secluded wing of the facility, Britt Westbourne, brought to life by Kelly Thibaud, has once again walked into the kind of moral quagmire that defines her existence. Once a doctor with a complicated conscience, Britt is now entangled in the web of Dalton, the enigmatic scientist portrayed by Daniel Goddard, whose experiments blur the line between genius and madness. Officially, Britt is his superior, the one tasked with overseeing the mysterious lab work that Sidwell, the ever-calculating Carlo Rota, has commissioned as part of his so-called New World Order. Unofficially, though, no one truly knows where her loyalties lie. For Sidwell, Dalton, and their shadowy collaborators, the lab represents power, the kind that can rewrite history, control minds, or even alter the human condition itself. But Britt, despite her cool professionalism, seems to be searching for something beyond science. Her late-night visits to the lab, the files she hides, the encrypted messages she sends from her phone, all of it points to a secret agenda. Some whisper that she's trying to redeem herself by exposing Sidwell's plans. Others believe she's working for an even more dangerous faction, one that views the hospital as the key to global control. Whatever the truth, her actions haven't gone unnoticed. Security cameras have caught glimpses of her after hours, and by Monday, it's clear she will be caught red-handed. The question isn't whether she's guilty, it's what she's guilty of. There's a haunting symmetry between the chaos at the mansion and the madness in the lab. Both are built on manipulation, both fueled by ambition, and both orbit around secrets too explosive to remain buried. Monica's forged will mirrors the falsified data of Sidwell's experiments. Lies dressed up as progress, deception masquerading as legacy. And just as Tracy races against time to uncover the real document that will restore her family's honor, someone at the hospital, perhaps Jason, perhaps an unlikely ally, may be the one to expose Britt's hidden motives before it's too late. For Martin, the walls are closing in. His control over Ronnie is slipping as guilt begins to erode her obedience. She's haunted by Monica's voice, by the weight of a lifetime's worth of loyalty betrayed. Selling the Quatermain mansion wasn't just a transaction, it was the desecration of a legacy. And though she tells herself she was coerced, a part of her knows she made a choice, one that cannot be undone. The more she sees of Drew's arrogance, the more she begins to realize she's helped deliver the family's heart into the hands of a man who views it only as a prize. Her breaking point is coming, and when it does, Martin's carefully built empire of deceit may come crashing down. Drew, too, finds himself cornered. For all his bravado, his fear is palpable. The whispers about the missing will, the way Tracy has started asking questions, the quiet suspicion in Lulu's eyes, they all form a noose tightening around his neck. The Quatermain mansion, that symbol of old-world power, has become a gilded cage, one that grows colder each night. His conscience, if he ever had one, flickers in and out like a dying flame. The irony is poetic. The man who thought he could buy heritage now faces losing everything, not through violence or force, but through the slow, methodical unearthing of the truth. Meanwhile, at the hospital, Britt's arrest looms like a storm on the horizon. The discovery of classified materials in her possession will send shockwaves through Port Charles. Yet even in handcuffs, her expression might not be one of guilt, but defiance. There's something in her eyes, a glimmer of knowledge, perhaps even righteousness. Could it be that she's been playing Sidwell all along, gathering evidence to expose him? Or is she a double agent, part of a deeper, more insidious plot that will make Martin's games over the Quartermain estate seem trivial by comparison? As these storylines intertwine, General Hospital becomes a tapestry of betrayal, ambition, and fractured loyalties. Martin's tampering with Monica's legacy echoes Britt's tampering with Sidwell's experiments. Both acts of rebellion against systems of power, both fueled by the illusion of control. And yet, both are destined to crumble under the weight of their own lies. The real question that lingers in the minds of viewers isn't simply who will win, Tracy, Drew, Martin, or Britt, but whether anyone can survive the truth once it finally surfaces. By the time the credits roll on the next episode, the stage will be set for confrontation. Lulu's quiet house, with its stacks of unopened boxes, may hold the salvation of one family and the destruction of another. The lab, humming in sterile fluorescence, may contain not just scientific secrets but moral reckoning. And through it all, the ghost of Monica Quartermain, the woman whose will sparked this war, lingers unseen, her voice echoing in memory and conscience alike. Because in Port Charles, the dead never really stay silent, and the truth, no matter how deeply buried, always finds its way to the light. In the end, the heart of General Hospital remains unchanged. It's not about medicine or law, not even about wealth or inheritance. It's about people, flawed, desperate, hungry for redemption, fighting against their own reflection. Martin's ambition, Ronnie's remorse, Tracy's resilience, Drew's deceit, Britt's quiet defiance. Each thread adds another layer to the portrait of a city that thrives on secrets. And as those secrets come undone, one by one, the audience is left with the only certainty that ever truly exists in Port Charles. Every lie has its day of reckoning, and every reckoning begins with a single, unguarded truth.